The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show. Hi and welcome to this week's episode of Talk Time with Val. It's been a while. Have you missed me? I've missed you. I have had an eventful 2017 and I'm looking forward to this new and glorious 2018, and I'm going to bring you guys up to date on what's been going on. So, at the end of 2017, my health took a turn for the worse, actually in the middle of it, and I was terrified that, well, I wouldn't survive. By the grace of God, prayer, good friends, great family, more prayer, I was granted a good bill of health. I am in complete remission, and I am so grateful. It's been hard. Now, I thought booking a trip to Trinidad to see my family at the end of the year for Christmas would be a time for me to say goodbye to them, and then on the 30th of November, I was given a new lease on life. Not to get too specific, but I was in complete remission and the doctor couldn't explain it. It was a very happy day. I have been putting in crazy hours at work, and I have missed you guys so much. And Jimmy, I have missed you more than anything. I really have. I was thinking about you the other day and I started laughing out loud. I was on the beach, and I was looking for seashells, and I know that sounds really cliched, but there is something really special about just feeling your toes sinking into the sand, the sun just kissing your skin, and the ocean air, that salty taste on your lips, you know? And then you spot what you think might be the perfect seashell, and you run over and you tip it over and you rinse it out, and it is almost perfect except the edge has a slight flaw or something like that. You know what I mean? I was looking for them and I found one that was this beautiful iridescent white, and then as I turned it over, the back where the striations are, there was this coral pink kind of sheen, as if somebody had painted it with nail polish. It was beautiful, and I picked it up and I looked at it and I thought Jimmy would like this, and I don't know why. I have no idea. It was just that it was so special, so pretty, so perfect, you know. I sat down.
Love seashells.
What?
Love seashells.
Good, you should. Seashells are freaking awesome. We also have this thing called donkey's eye. Have you ever seen those?
No.
Okay, so it's like a seed, right? And it is, I don't know. Let me see if I can look it up and tell you where it's from. Okay, so it literally looks like an eye, like a buckeye. Light brown, a deep, thick black stripe around the middle. It's a seed. But if you were to rub the black part of it against any rough surface, it gets hot. Like, I'm talking about, it will pitch you hot, like burn, right? So as kids, we would collect these seeds and we would rub them like crazy little, whatevers, and run around burning each other. It was crazy. But, yeah. It's called donkey's eye, or donkey eye, is what we typically call it. Would you like to see what it looks like?
Sure.
Okay, let me get you and poke you with this. and Flint, Oak Client, Ping. There we go. Anyway, yeah, it's I found some donkey eyes, which you don't find a lot of on the beaches anymore because honestly, everybody picks them up, right? And they usually wash up on the shoreline because it's something that everybody picks up. Though it's a rare treat to find them anymore, you know. And yeah.
Link.
Okay, let me grab the link for you again, and I will. And I'm looking at everybody. They're so beautiful. There's so much joy and so much life. And I'm looking at my sister, who is, well, let's face it, she's hot stuff. The woman is beautiful. And my mummy, who is tiny and perfect and lovely. And my daddy with his twinkling eyes and his deep laugh and his serious expression and getting everything done. And my brothers who are, well, as different as night and day and yet so similar. It's crazy. Just determined and hardworking and fun and loving and gentle and kind, and who give their best hugs and cuddles and make me feel like I'm 6 years old still. It was amazing. I got to spend time with my nieces and nephews, and with my nieces, I got to show them how to make pâte à choux pastry, so they can make beignets, and you know, they can make different types of. They can make churros or puffs, cream puffs, or savory puffs, or gougères, or you know, just it was fun.
What kind of seeds are these?
We call them donkey eye.
But what is it? A tree or something?
I guess I've never actually seen the tree. I just know as a kid we run around the beach, right? And on the shoreline, where you know where the water line edge is for high tide?
Right.
They would wash up there, and so you'd have to pick through if there was seaweed or if there was whatever it is, you know, like twigs and sticks and little.
So they come from the bottom of the ocean.
No, they come from across the islands, right? But they float in the water, and you get them at the edge of the water.
Okay, so it's from another island?
I'm not sure. Let's see. It's called Macuna bean. This is the first time in all my life. This is so crazy because I have loved this little donkey eye seed since I was a kid and playing with it, and I never really looked it up, right? But yeah, it's called a Macuna bean, deer eye, donkey eye, ox eye, or hamburger bean. That's what it's known as. And there was, the seed is 1 inch across, dark brown with black spots. Okay, this one is different from the one that I was looking at. I was looking at a horticulturist, and let's see if I can find it. Maybe if I can.
They look like mini hamburgers.
That's what some people call them, hamburger seeds. But it's weird, but yeah. Oh, there's a ton of pictures, but there's no real like tree for it. Let me see if I can pull up a tree. Donkey eye seed tree. There we go. Let's see if this one actually is the tree or if it's just playing with me. But anyway, it's just something we find on the shoreline, and it is completely amazing. And I love it. Oh, you know what? This might be it. Okay. There are different kinds that give you different seeds, Jimmy. But,
yeah, because I'm looking at some that look like little watermelons.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen those before. That's crazy. But these look like they come in like a tamarind pod. Okay, so it's called um, Mucuna pruriens, Mucuna pruriens. I found it. I saw a video on YouTube. And let's pull up that word and put it in. Okay. Apparently it's a vegetable. Okay, no, maybe not. See, that's the thing. It's like people are giving you. You're seeing it, and people are calling it certain things, but when you go and you look it up, it's bringing up something that's different. So it's a little bit weird. But anyway, it's maybe long jack. I don't know. Okay, I can't find it. But it is awesome, right? And here's the thing. We've been having a lot of seaweed. Like those little sea grapes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Seaweed, yeah, I know what that is.
No, but just seaweed with like the little grapes on it.
Okay.
It looks like tiny little green grapes. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yep, we got the same.
Okay. And there's like millions of it just washing up on the sand right now, and I'm wondering why. Down by my dad's beach house in Marrow. It's just this crazy. But here's the thing. So I'm sitting there on the sand. I'm just out of the reach of the water, right? The water is just coming up just a little bit, creeping up, you know. I'm hoping it won't hit my butt, and I'm playing in the sand and basking in the fresh sea salt air. Oh my God. Jimmy, can I tell you, just taking a breath of that air, feeling the whisper on your skin, feeling like the breeze just playfully swirling around, hearing the roar of the ocean, feeling the salt on your lips as you lick your lips. It's like there's something just completely, totally peaceful and happy about that experience. It just, it was being home again, you know what I mean? Just, you hear birds calling out in the distance, and you look across the sand and you see these tiny little holes. Well, not really tiny little holes, but they're about the size of, some of them are about the size of a bottle cap, and some of them are about the size of like a ketchup bottle cap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you stick up, like, you know those long sea ferns? Like, they're like long twigs and they look like pens. And when the reeds, right? So when they dry, they look like pens with a little pen nib, like a fountain pen. We would take those and the long ones and push them down the hole. And if you're lucky, or take a long stick and push it down the hole. And if you're lucky, especially if it's a moonlit night, the crab would grab onto the end of it. You could pull it up and shake it into a bucket, and you would have a ginormous blue crab. I have no idea how these huge, huge crabs would get into these tiny holes. Like, it would look disproportionate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they must wiggle.
I guess they wiggle. I guess the mouth with the hole, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, they dig these holes and they go down in them, and you stick a twig down and you pull up crab, and it's awesome. And there were so many sand dollars and little sea clams. We call them chips. And it was fantastic. John finally got his doubles that he's been craving. In fact, I think he's all doubled out, because everybody knew he wanted doubles, so he kept getting doubles. And we got to visit, excuse me, family that I've been grieving to see. My dad's sisters are getting older, and like my Uncle Sonny is 92, and he climbed a tree in July and picked plums for me to send them with my mom and dad when they came for the 4th of July here. it's just to go home and to feel like you're 5 years old again and be cuddled and loved. And Jimmy, do you want to hear the weirdest thing?
What's that?
All of the nieces and nephews and my aunts and uncles are pretty old, right? They have children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, great great grandchildren. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yet they still refer to me as the Popo, the little baby.
Okay. What are you, the youngest?
In the cousins there, yes, I was the youngest growing up. So I'm still the little baby, the Popo. And they still treat me like, I'm not kidding you. It's weird and just so gratifying and sweet and amazing, and I love it. I get spoiled rotten. Like, it is completely amazing. Now my mom, when we were small, right, there was this tree, something called, we call it Saijan, right? And I never really liked the fruit. Like, I didn't like it, I didn't dislike it. It was just there to me, right? And it was something that you had to cook. It wasn't a fruit that you could just eat just like that. Although the leaves, we would pluck the leaves and just kind of munch on them sometimes. And it was kind of cool. Anyway, we were looking at something, and Saijan, right? Moringa is what it's the scientific name for it. And everybody's on this moringa kick. I mean, Jimmy, if you were to type in MORINGA, you would see things coming up that are like, oh my god, this thing must be a miracle, right? It's rich in antioxidants. There's a lot of claims around it, but there are specific claims that have been scientifically researched and proven. So it's extremely nutritious. It's native to northern India. It goes by a variety of different names: drumstick tree, horseradish tree. Like the roots of it, if you grate the root, it's like horseradish. Benoil tree. Almost all parts of the moringa tree can be eaten or used as ingredients in traditional herbal medicines. And the leaves and pods are commonly eaten in parts of India and Africa. Now, if you were to Google it, you would find the powder, the capsules, all kinds of things. People are like swearing by this. The leaves are an excellent source of many vitamins and minerals, and 1 cup of fresh chopped leaves, 21 grams, contains 2 grams of protein, 19% of your recommended daily allowance of vitamin B6, 12% of your recommended daily allowance of vitamin C, 11% of your recommended daily allowance of iron, 11% of your recommended daily allowance of B2 riboflavin, 9% of your beta-carotene, vitamin A for the day, and 8% of your magnesium. Now, in Western countries, the dried leaves are sold as dietary supplements in either powder or capsule form. And compared to the leaves, the pods are generally lower in vitamins and minerals. However, they are exceptionally rich in vitamin C. 1 cup of fresh sliced pods, that's just 100 grams, okay? So you're thinking 454 grams in a pound, so maybe a little less than a quarter pound of this fresh sliced pods gives you 157% of your daily requirement for vitamin C. The diets of people in developing nations sometimes lack vitamins, minerals, proteins, and in these countries, moringa or Moringa oleifera can be an important source of many essential nutrients. Now, there is one downside. Moringa leaves may also contain high levels of anti-nutrients, which can reduce the body's ability to absorb minerals and proteins, or reduce not the body's ability, but reduce the absorption of minerals and proteins. So basically, when you're eating the moringa, you don't want to be eating, your meat at that time or taking your vitamin at that time, because it'll reduce your body's ability to absorb it in that moment. The moringa is rich in antioxidants. Um, let's see. In addition to vitamin C and beta carotene, it has free radicals. High levels of free radicals cause oxidative stress, which may contribute to chronic diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Antioxidants are compounds that act against free radicals in our bodies. So it has high levels of antioxidants, and two in particular, quercetin. It's a powerful antioxidant that helps lower blood pressure, and chlorogenic acid, also found in high amounts in coffee. And chlorogenic acid may help moderate blood sugar levels after meals. So you're looking at diabetes or blood sugar levels. I think it found, hold on, let me find this here, but it said something about in your blood sugar levels. Yes, in one study, 30 women took 7 grams of moringa leaf powder every day for 3 months. This reduced their fasting blood sugar levels by 13.5%. That's a big dip, right? When you think about if your blood sugar level is 200, Jimmy, and it's reduced by 13.5%, you're talking about 27 out of 200. That's your blood sugar reduced by taking 1 teaspoon of the powder once a day. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is better than diabetes.
Precisely. So people with type 2 diabetes and stuff need to eat this more and more. Now, here's another thing. Additionally, diabetic patients found that adding 50 grams of moringa leaves to a meal reduced the rise in blood sugar by 21%. So if you ate just 50 grams of these leaves, like a small spinach salad, right, of these leaves with your food, like just before you ate your food, it reduced your rise in blood sugar by 21% while eating. It stimulates your body's natural ability to produce more insulin, and it blocks your body from absorbing the bad sugars. How awesome is that?
I don't know.
I thought it was pretty crazy awesome. Let's see. There's a bunch of other great things about it, like a reduction of inflammation. Just eating that, for example, when you're ill, reduces inflammation in humans and helps you to, let's see, it has anti-inflammatory properties like aspirin, basically, right? It has isothiocyanates, and sustained inflammation is believed to be involved in chronic diseases, including heart disease and cancer. Many fruits and vegetables, herbs and spices have known anti-inflammatory effects, like pomegranate and turmeric. Moringa leaves and pods and seeds have been shown to have that same anti-inflammatory property. And this is due to the isothiocyanates. That's kind of cool, I think. So it reduces inflammation. It keeps your blood healthy. It lowers cholesterol. Many plant foods can effectively reduce cholesterol, like flax seeds, oats, and almonds. And both animal and human studies have shown that moringa oleifera have some similar cholesterol lowering effects. So just having one little half cup salad, like half a cup is not a lot, right, Jimmy?
Of salad? No.
Yeah, it's actually just like 3 or 4 bites. It's not a lot at all. But having one little half cup salad of moringa leaves before you eat your meal, like to start your meal, reduces cholesterol, has anti-inflammatory properties, helps your body digest your food better, reduces your blood sugar levels, or I should say moderates your blood sugar levels, increases your antioxidants to fight free radicals in your body, and gives you about quarter of your daily required nutrients for vitamin A, riboflavin, magnesium, vitamin C, iron, vitamin B, and protein for the day. What do you think about that?
What kind of leaves are these?
Moringa.
What's it, a spice?
No, it's just a tree. It's hold on, let me see if I can find you. Oh, it also may protect against arsenic toxicity. Arsenic contamination of food and water is a problem in many parts of the world, right? And rice sometimes can contain particularly high levels of arsenic. Although arsenic in food or water does not cause symptoms of toxicity right away, long-term exposure may lead to health problems over time. Observational studies indicate that long-term exposure to arsenic may increase the risk of cancer and heart disease. Several studies of mice and rats show that the leaves and seeds of Moringa oleifera may protect against some effects of arsenic toxicity. These studies are promising, but not yet known whether this also applies to humans. So they're still doing some of these studies, right? Let me see if I can find you a Moringa, Jimmy. Give me 1 second. Okay, Moringa. Moringa. And copy. You know where I get some, Jimmy? Yesterday morning, I went to get tacos with a friend of mine, Brian. And John didn't want to go get tacos because he was like, oh, they're too spicy. We go to this it's a grocery store close by, very close to me. And they have the best straight tacos. I'm talking about, like, they make all these beautiful sauces. It's cooked. It's like you see these spits, right? You walk in, you see these spits with a pineapple on top and these seasoned layers of, like, pork or chicken or beef or whatever dripping down onto itself, basting itself in that pineapple juice running down over the pork, and it's like the most beautiful al pastor. You know what I'm saying? And yep. Anyway, we went there for breakfast tacos before I headed into work, and we're walking. I was showing him the store because his parents are originally from Peru, and he hadn't had, like, Inca Cola and certain things in a long, long time. I'm walking him through, and I show him that, and the spice aisle where you get every single type of chili you can ever think you want. And as we're walking through, I'm looking for herbs that I want, and they have moringa leaves right there, $1.99 for a pack. And I'm like, this is crazy, because if you look at the link I just sent you, Jimmy, do you see how expensive it is? For a pack, $16.99 for a 7.4 ounce pouch. That's a little crazy, don't you think? For a tree that literally, in a year of planting it in a tropical climate, will grow to a full-grown tree, 20, 25 feet high, lots of open, flaring branches, lots of pods and stuff. This plant has been, people have been looking at it as a way to cure hunger worldwide, because it grows with little water. It grows by the, like in Trinidad, we have it in our backyard and it flourishes. But we also have it by the beach house and it flourishes. And let's just face this one thing. The soil that is close to the sea, and the beach house is literally right there by the ocean, right? You walk out, the ocean's there. So the soil that's there is mostly a lot of, like, seashell rubble. It's salty, briny. It could be slightly acidic. It's hard to grow things in that kind of soil. In sand, basically. It grows in sand. So think about arid countries where it takes less water and it gives you all these health benefits, right? They've been looking at this plant as something to help stem the tide of world hunger and health issues. Okay? And so people have been, like, the Western world is looking at it and they're like, oh, we could make a ton of money from this. So one bottle of 90 capsules is like, it's ridiculous. The price is ridiculous. But anyway, I go to the Mexican store, and thank God they're just like us. They've had it since forever, and so it's $1.99 for a pack at the Mexican store. Don't go waste your money shopping for moringa online or in the organic stores or the herbal stores, because you're gonna pay $35.94 for leaf extract, right? Supplemental in a bottle. One bottle. This is crazy. You're gonna pay $20 for a 7.4 ounce powdered version, or just don't do it, people. Please don't do it. Just go to your local Indian store or Mexican store and look for moringa. Or go online and order Tulsi moringa tea. It's like $5 for like 30 packs. That's a little bit expensive too when you think about how cheap it is to make. But anyway, so $5, still a good thing. Still a good deal. Right, Jimmy? I need to start sending Jimmy some of these too. Now, here's the thing, right? So, I'm doing the moringa, which my mom is just like, she's like worried. She wants me to be safe, and I've had this miracle of health, and she wants it to continue. So the moringa, but I've also been doing a lot of Chinese star anise tea, and I've always been drinking ginger tea and cardamom, and everybody at the office is sick, right? So everybody is getting sick, they're spreading it around, and I've been getting a little raspy throat, but I have not been sick. In fact, I have found that my energy levels are better than they've been in, I kid you not, 15 years. Do you know what it's like to have energy like this again? It's crazy. Now, I always drink ginger tea. And sometimes I put cardamom in it, right? Or I put cinnamon. Most times I like cardamom, I like elaichi, so I put that in it. But I recently started looking into why this is making me feel so much better, and I was feeling like crap. I started making the star anise tea, putting a little star anise pot into the water and boiling it. And I'm like, well, what is going on that I feel so much better having drank this? What's going on? And what I found is that the star anise benefits are just crazy. The oil produced from star anise contains thymol, terpenol, and anethol, which is used for treating the cough and the flu. Anise also helps improve digestion, alleviate cramps, and reduce nausea. Consuming star anise tea after meals helps treat digestive ailments such as bloating, gas, indigestion, constipation, things like that. Now, is anise good for you? And we're looking at, there are two differences, right? There's star anise, and then there's regular anise, okay? And pure Chinese star anise is commonly used in infants, and it's safe to use. But Japanese star anise is toxic. So you have to be very careful. Make sure you read the label before you buy anything. Now, what are the benefits? Star anise is used mainly as a spice. You put it into your pho, broth, soups. It has kind of like a licoricey smell to it and a woodsy flavor. It's a delicious herb. Well, spice basically. I shouldn't say herb. It's not an herb. It is not related to the European anise plants. It has similar anise or licorice-like flavor. It can be used in cooking as a spice or drunk as a tea. It is important to note that you should only use the Chinese variety, as there are concerns regarding the toxicity of Japanese star anise. Star anise contains plenty of important minerals and vitamins, including vitamins A and C, as well as small amounts of vitamin B. It also contains calcium and phosphorus, but in terms of its medicinal value, perhaps its most important compound is shikiminic acid. Let me see if I say that correctly. Shikimic acid is used as an ingredient in Tamiflu, the influenza medication, which has also been used in the battle against swine flu. It has the health benefits of star anise, antioxidant properties. It is essential that we get as many natural antioxidants into our bodies as possible, and star anise is an excellent source of antioxidants thanks to the presence of linalool and vitamin C. The reason that we need antioxidants is that they help protect us from cellular damage, which is caused by exposure to free radicals and environmental toxins. These free radicals can cause premature aging, as well as putting you in more danger of serious disease like heart disease or cancer. Animal research published in 2007 found that the development of cancer was inhibited in animals given star anise compared to animals not fed with it. While this early research is promising, researchers pointed out that more research on humans was necessary before we could be sure of its potential for humans. So just because it's promising in animals doesn't necessarily make it great for humans yet, but Chinese people, Indian people, we've been using this for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's just something that's naturally in our diet every day. And as you migrate further and further away from your ancestral homes and further away from traditional ways and start doing more of the modern stuff, the health values are like your health goes down. I'm looking at my uncle who's 92, my aunts who are like in their 80s, 90s, and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, what the heck? And then I realized they don't eat any of the processed crap. They eat and drink the same way they did when they were kids, which is when they were harvesting everything from the earth. They buy things from the grocery store, but for the most part, they eat a natural, healthy, sustainable vegetable diet with, meat as well. But for the most part, some of them don't eat meat at all. But you know what I'm saying. It's just, yeah. Now, star anise also has antifungal uses. One of star anise's most impressive benefits is its ability to deal with fungal infections and common yeast infections such as Candida albicans. Candida is a naturally occurring fungus which is found in the throat, mouth, intestines, and genitals. This yeast usually causes no problems, but unfortunately, the balance of microbes can become disturbed when your immune system is weakened for some reason. When this occurs, a candida overgrowth occurs, leading to a serious infection called candidiasis. The potentially good news is that researchers in South Korea have demonstrated that star anise extracts and essential oils derived from the plant exhibit excellent antifungal properties in relation to Candida albicans. The study, which was published in 2010, led researchers to conclude that star anise extract was a promising antifungal treatment that could have future use in the fight against Candida. It has antibacterial properties. Recent years have seen an increase in bacteria which exhibit increasing resistance to commonly prescribed antibiotics. This crisis has created the incentive for scientists to find new and more effective antimicrobial treatments, and the search is well and truly underway. The antibacterial abilities of many natural herbs and plants have been put under the microscope, and researchers have already begun to see the antibacterial potential of star anise. Excuse me. In a study published in 2010, Taiwanese researchers found that 4 antimicrobial compounds derived from star anise were very effective against nearly 70 strains of drug-resistant bacteria. This led researchers to conclude that the compounds in star anise could be developed as an antibiotic in the future. For influenza, star anise is the best natural source of shikimic acid, which is used in the anti-flu medication Tamiflu. Shikimic acid is rare in nature. It is present in sweet gum fruit and ginkgo, but occurs in far greater concentrations in star anise. An Italian study published in 2011 examined the effects of shikimic acid on the immune system to ward off flu as well as other viral infection. They found that while shikimic acid alone had little effect on the immune system, it had a significant effect when combined with small amounts of plant antioxidants, quercetin, which is why I told you people go buy that moringa tea. It is full of quercetin, if you remember. So quercetin, you steep your moringa tea and you put some star anise in it, and boom, your immune system is pumped up. The effect of shikimic acid combined with quercetin was to boost immune function and help protect the body against viral infections such as the flu. In rheumatism and joint pain, when applied topically, star anise essential oil is an excellent treatment for rheumatism and back pain. Before using the essential oil, it should be combined with a carrier oil like jojoba or coconut and massaged into the affected areas. Star anise is often prepared as a tea, especially in Southeast Asian countries and China. It is mainly used to deal with a variety of digestive complaints such as gas, abdominal cramps, indigestion, bloating, and constipation. To treat any digestive condition that you may be suffering from, it is considered best to drink the tea after your meals. In women's health, star anise has traditionally been used in China to help women during pregnancy and to new mothers wanting to increase their milk production. Traditional Chinese practitioners often prescribe it for pregnant women. It is used to bolster their immune system and stave off illness during this important time. Researchers have also found that star anise had an estrogenic effect owing to a compound called anethole, which helps to modulate hormonal functions in women. For sleep disorders, according to traditional use and anecdotal evidence, star anise may have mild sedative properties, which can help your nerves to settle down and also ensure a good night's sleep. If you are having difficulty getting to sleep, try a cup of soothing star anise tea before going to bed. Coughs. Star anise tea is an excellent natural remedy to ease a cough and soothe your sore throat. Simply follow the tea instructions below and drink up to 3 times each day. How to use star anise. If you would like to start reaping the benefits of star anise, there are several ways to incorporate it into your healthy diet. It can be added to your meal as a spice or made into a tea. As a cooking spice, star anise can be found as one of the 5 spices used in Chinese 5-spice powder. You can make your own delicious 5-spice powder by grinding your star anise and mixing it with the 4 other spices: cloves, fennel seeds, cinnamon, and Szechuan pepper. When used alone, star anise is used to sweeten and flavor soups, stews, and various other dishes. Be careful not to use too much, as the unmistakable flavor can become overpowering. A piece or 2 should be sufficient if you can use a pinch or 2 of powdered star anise instead. Star anise is also regularly used as an ingredient in sweet dishes like puddings and pastries. Be adventurous and experiment a bit if you enjoy the flavor. Star anise tea is often used to make a soothing and healing tea. Star anise tea is an excellent remedy for various digestive issues, coughs, and sore throats. It is usually made with the seeds. To make star anise tea, follow these simple instructions. Boil your water and pour it into a teapot. Add 2 star anise pods for each cup of water, then allow it to steep for up to 15 minutes. Strain the tea into a cup and add some honey to taste. Drink after each meal if you're trying to deal with digestive problems or a cough. Warning regarding Japanese star anise. The FDA recently issued a warning regarding the consumption of star anise teas. It is important to note that there are different varieties of star anise, and that while Chinese star anise is regarded safe, Japanese star anise contains a toxic compound called sekimatoxin. The problem is that once the star anise is dried, there is no way to tell the difference between the Chinese and Japanese versions of the spice, and the FDA have warned people to take care. Reported side effects of Japanese star anise include nausea, vomiting, seizures, restless jitters, and rapid eye movement. If you experience any of these side effects, throw away the tea immediately and see your doctor. Other star anise side effects and precautions. Despite its traditional use for pregnant and lactating women, it is potentially unsafe for use for new and expectant mothers and should be avoided unless under your doctor's supervision. Because of its estrogenic properties, star anise tea should not be drunk by people with ovarian, breast, or uterine cancer. And that's pretty much it. Jimmy, are you still awake?
I'm here.
Now, think about this, right? You have two naturally occurring things that we've just discussed. And I actually like the taste of star anise tea. I put it in, it has like a beautiful licorice smell to it, but it tastes woodsy and floral, especially when you put cardamom pods in it and you brew it with some green tea, right? It is delicious. I have a big pot of it at work, and everybody some people partake. Not everybody. I can't keep everybody in tea, but it tastes good. It feels good. I feel because of the cardamom, I feel natural boost. Cardamom typically has floral note. And it is a stimulant, I want to say. I don't know how to explain it, but let's see. Okay, let's look at some of the effects, right? So cardamom is a spice that originated in India, Nepal, and Bhutan. Today it's available in most tropical places in Asia, including India, China, Bhutan, Vietnam, Malaysia, Korea, and Japan. It is regarded as the queen of spices and is one of the most expensive spices, ranking third, the first and second being saffron and vanilla, respectively. It is believed that cultivation of cardamom began in the tropical and humid climate in India. In botanical terms, it belongs to let's forget all that. Let's look at in India, cardamom was traditionally considered as an herb and was one of the ingredients in Ayurveda, the ancient Indian science of medicine and lifestyle, and traditional Chinese medicine. It was believed to be a remedy for teeth and gum infections, throat problems, congestion of the lungs, pulmonary tuberculosis, inflammation of the eyelids, gastrointestinal disorders, disintegrating kidneys, and gallbladder stones, and was also used as an antidote for poisons and venoms. Right? Okay, so let's look at according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture and National Nutrient Database for standard reference, cardamom, 100 grams, contains 300 kilocalories of energy, 68 grams of carbohydrates, 11 grams of protein, 28 grams of dietary fiber, and no cholesterol. Cardamom is rich in various vitamins and micronutrients as well. These include niacin, pyridoxine, riboflavin, thiamine, vitamin A, vitamin C, sodium, potassium, calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, and zinc. Cardamom is an ideal spice with many health benefits. The most popular health benefits are listed below. And remember, this is according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the National Nutrient Database for the standard reference. Cardamom is an ideal spice with many health benefits. The most popular health benefits listed are: prevents colorectal cancer. Cancer, particularly colorectal cancer, is one of the leading causes of death around the world. The rising costs of conventional cancer therapy and the subsequent side effects have encouraged researchers to look for alternatives that are sustainable. Studies conducted by Sengupta et al. At Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute in Kolkata have shown that dietary cardamom has a positive results in counteracting colorectal cancer to an extent of 48%. This is good for cardiovascular health as well. Research studies conducted at the Department of Pharmacology and Pharmaceuticals in the College of Pharmacy of King Saud University, Saudi Arabia, shows that cardamom administration for cardiovascular conditions resulted in a lower heartbeat or controlled rhythm and control of hypertension. Let's see, the micronutrients found in it can counteract the surge of lipids in the body. In experiments conducted at the Pharmacology and Toxicology Division at Hindustan Antibiotics Limited in Pune, India by Thule, hepatic and cardiac antioxidant enzymes from cardamom were administered to mice which were fed high-fat diets. The antioxidant enzymes had an influence on the cholesterol level and helped in significantly controlling them. It is an antidepressant. Listen, the essential oil is one of the major oils used in aromatherapy. Yes, it can be used not only for depression but also as a cure for various other diseases ranging from stomach disorders to pulmonary diseases. Did I mention it tastes fantastic too? It's absolutely beautiful. The smell is amazing. It is relaxing, but when you put it in your tea with your star anise and your moringa, and I kid you not, I had one of the best days ever. Like, this is going to be like an everyday thing for me. Prevents gastrointestinal diseases. Cardamom has been traditionally used in Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, and the Unani system as a remedy for gastrointestinal disorders. The methanolic extract from cardamom is the component that helps in controlling gastrointestinal disorders such as acidity, flatulence, and stomach cramps. So, you know, if you think that you want a cup of broccoli, eat a cup of cardamom pods before. It has antimicrobial properties, and it's been thought to possess infection-fighting properties. For modern science, it means that cardamom contains antimicrobial properties, and this theory was tested at the Van Yuzanku Yale University by Ag Hangul et al. Experiments were conducted on its volatile extracts. It was observed that the oils from cardamom were also able to inhibit the growth and spread of some of the very dangerous microbes that regularly cause food poisoning. So they introduced the oil to botulism and stuff like that, and it kicked its ass. That's pretty cool. You know, so if you're having it and you have had some exposure to something that would cause food poisoning, eating cardamom will literally help you not get food poisoning. Okay, antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory properties. It's good for muscle and joint pains. Muscle spasms are often reported by older people. A sudden contraction of the muscles causes these spasms. And let me tell you something, it is painful. Now, cardamom can be used as a controlling measure for muscle spasms, and the research suggests that cardamom possesses anti-inflammatory and anti-carcinogenic properties, dental diseases. Now, for Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine, dental problems have been treated with cardamom for centuries. After the invention of antibiotics, it was found that these antibiotics produced mixed results as well as side effects, and some of the side effects included the inhibition of friendly probiotic bacteria thriving in the intestines. However, the use of spices, on the other hand, is ideal because they inhibit only infectious microbes, not the probiotic bacteria. A study conducted by the Division of Entomology and Parasitology at the University of California have verified the presence of antimicrobial properties in cardamom. Anti-asthmatic properties. Studies have shown that the crude extracts from cardamom were effective enough in opening up constricted windpipes. They were also effective in causing relaxation to the tracheal tissues. This preliminary study has been positive and warrants further investigation. It detoxifies the body, improves blood circulation, treats nausea, sore throats, and vomiting. It has some aphrodisiac properties. excuse me. It's thought to help with impotence and premature ejaculation, as it helps a man sustain, sustain himself. It treats urinary tract disorders. It can actually help you with hiccups, and it is a breath freshener. So there you go. What do you think, Jimmy? Do you
Sounds
think
good.
do you think we should start having all three of these every day of our life?
Sure.
In moderation. Think about this. You eat your food, right? You have a little salad. Once a day, you have a little salad with the moringa leaves. And then after you eat, you drink a cup of tea that is spiced with a star anise pod and a cardamom pod. And quite frankly, it's delicious with a touch of honey. It's not going to hurt you. It's not expensive. It's something that has proven health benefits, and it's not medicine. It is medicine, but it's not medicine. It tastes good. It feels good. It helps boost your concentration, etc. I don't see any downsides. Do you? I don't see any downsides. Well, listeners, it is getting to be that time where I have to sign off, and thank you for listening to me. I'm gonna arrange a time for you guys to meet this awesome guy. I know his name is Jeff Haney. He's an inspiration, and quite frankly, I think he's awesome. He's amazing. We'll talk to him soon, and until we next meet, until our next show, be true to yourself. Love who you are. Know who you are. Eat well. Be well. Laugh every day. Love with a passion. Forgive with a vengeance. And just remember to just be happy. Smile. So, that's all the time we have tonight for this week's episode of Talk Time with Val. From my home to yours, be well, be safe, and blessed be.